Hello everyone, welcome back to the Cardman's Cards. I'm the Cardman, and today we're going to be looking at the Magnet Warrior, or Magnet Warriors, if you want to make them plural. They are a group of rock monsters. They are based on magnets, of course, as you would get, as they're called Magnet Warriors. They are a group, their original group of level 3 or 4s, I think they're 3s, of vanilla rock monsters that summoned into a big fusion or big combined version, similar to Unions, but in deck. They were originally Yugi's monsters in counterpart to the XYZ monsters for Kaiba. As we got ABC, we got the Electromagnet Warriors, which are most people are playing today, which they have gotten additional waves of support since then, including 2 new in-deck monsters and a couple other additional spells. Or, I think, yeah, just spells. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get into it. First up, we have Thuria Beta, the Electromagnet Warrior, level 3 Earth Rock effect. 15/15. This card is normal or special summoned. You can add 1 level 4 or lower Magnet Warrior monster from your deck to your hand, except Beta the Electromagnet Warrior. Use this effect of Beta the Magnet Warrior once per turn. During your opponent's turn, you can tribute this card plus 1 level 4 Magnet Warrior monster from your deck. This is a quick effect. So, on summon, he allows you to add any other Magnet Warrior. And then, during your opponent's turn, you can tribute him to summon any other Magnet Warrior from the deck. So basically, he replaces himself with 2 different names. Yeah. So that is an easy 3 of. Basically, he's your mainline searcher. The other 3 of we have is Gamma, the Electromagnet Warrior, a level 3 Earth Rock, 800 2K. If this card is normal or special summoned, you can special summon 1 level 4 or lower Magnet Warrior monster from your hand, except Gamma, the Electromagnet Warrior. Use this effect of Gamma, the Electromagnet Warrior, once per turn. During your opponent's turn, you can tribute this card to summon 1 level 4 Magnet Warrior monster from your deck. This is a quick effect. So, he is your summoner. You summon him and then summon another one. He is very helpful in the fact that it basically allows you to put 2 names on board by only having 1 card. And I do believe they all have that effect of tributing and summon 1 from deck on your opponent's turn. That's Gamma. Now we have into the least functional out of the retrain of the Electromagnet Warriors is Alpha. He's a level 3 Earth Rock, as they all are. 17/11. If this card is normal or special summoned, you can add 1 level 8 Magna Warrior, which is the combined versions, one being Berserkion, which is theirs, and then Valkyrion, which is the original one. And inherently, you do run the combined version, but it's a little hard to get out, but it's not inherently bad. You can only use this effect of Alpha the Electromagnet Warrior once per turn. During your opponent's turn, you tribute this card. Special summon 1 level 4 Magnet Warrior monster from your deck. This is a quick effect. So, again, the same effect as the other 2. It allows you to summon another one by tributing it during your opponent's turn. But he also grabs you Berserkion, the Electromagnet Warrior. And some of the additional Magnet Warriors we gotten, I think the most recent is this one. We have Epsilon, the Magnet Warrior, a level 4 Earth Rock, 13/15. If this card is normal or special summoned, you can send 1 level 4 or lower Magnet Warrior monster from your deck to the grave, except Epsilon, the Magnet Warrior. This card name becomes the sent monster's name until the end phase. You can summon 1 Magnet or Magnum Warrior monster from the grave with a different name than that card from the cards you control. You can only use this effect of Epsilon the Magnet Warrior once per turn. So, on summon, he allows you to dump an additional name and become the name you send. And then he allows you to summon another name from grave with other ones than you control. Right? Yeah. So he's inherently helpful while filling up your graveyard. Next up we have 2 Delta the Magnet Warrior. Another level 4 Earth Rock, 16/14. If this card is normal or special summoned, you can send 1 level 4 or lower Magnet Warrior monster from your deck to the grave. If this card is sent from the graveyard, if this card is sent to the grave, you can banish 3 level 4 or lower Magnet Warrior monsters from your Deck exit the Delta. Special summon a Valkyrion, the Magnet Warrior from your hand, deck, ignoring summoning conditions. You only use each effect of Delta, the Magnet Warrior, once per turn. So this is mainly inherently for the original Magnet Warriors of Gamma, Beta, and Alpha, I think they were. I think they had the same original names, just looked differently. I'm not 100% sure. Summon their big boss, Valkyrion, but you no longer really run Valkyrion. So his main effect is just to summon send another name. That's all. So that's why he's only a 2 of. And then lastly, for the Magnet Warrior monsters that we inherently run, is 2 Berserkion, an Electromagnet Warrior. Level 8 Earth Rock, 3k 28. Cannot be normal summoned. Set. Must be summoned from the hand by banishing one Alpha, the Beta, and Gamma, the Electromagnet Warriors, from your hand, grave, or face up in your monster zones. You can banish one level 4 lower Magnet Warrior monster from your grave, then target one card your opponent controls. Destroy it. If this card is destroyed by battle, or if this in its owner's possession is destroyed by an opponent's card effect, you can target each of your banished Alpha, Beta, and Gamma Electromagnet Warrior and summon them. So basically, he allows you to banish any other Magnet Warrior in your grave, and then target a card, blow it up, and then if he's destroyed, summon back the 3 pieces that make him, which is inherently really good. So, and then next up we have, again, since they're all rocks, the Adamancipators work really, really well with these guys, mainly because they can get your on-summon effects without basically have to summoning them, because your Adamancipator monsters basically can just summon them for free. It's really, really good. First up, we have 3 Adamancipator Researcher. It's a level 2 Rock Tuner, 121. If you control a rock monster except itself, you can push summon this card from your hand. During your main phase, you can just excavate the top 5 cards of your deck, and if you do, push summon one level 4 non-tuner rock monster. Also the place to rest on the bottom of the deck in any order. You can use each effect of Adamancipator Researcher once per turn. So, all the Adamancipator monsters, or their whole gimmick, is to mill cards off the top of the deck. Not mill, but excavate, and then basically summoning appropriate targets from the ones revealed. In this case, for Researcher, they're non-tuner rock monsters. I do believe for the big Synchros, they're tuner rock monsters. I think. I could be wrong. We'll go over that when we get there. Next one is 2 of Adamancipator Analyzer, level 4 Rock Tuner, 15700. If your opponent controls a monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. During your main phase, you can activate the top 5 cards of your deck, and if you do special summon one level 4 or lower, non-tuner rock monster, and also place the rest on the bottom of the deck. You can only use each effect of Adamancipator Analyzer per turn. So again, same thing as Researcher, but its summon effect is inherently a little worse, as its opponent controls a card, and not just if you control rock summon. That's why it's not inherently as effective. And the next one is Adamancipator Seeker. Dude. Level 2 Earth Rock Tuner, 12,000. If you control Adamancipator monster, except itself, special summon this card from your hand during the main phase. You can activate the top 5 of the deck. If you do special summon one excavated level 4 or lower non-tuner rock monster, also place the rest on the bottom of the deck in any order. So, all the tuner Adamancipator monsters, they mill 5 and then summon any non-tuner rock, which is inherently really good because it allows you to trigger any of your Electromagnet Warrior effects. Then we have one, oh god, I'm not 100% sure to say this guy's name. Cartorhyn, the hidden gem of the Seafront. This little insect guy. He's not an insect, he's like a little lizard. He's level 2 Water Rock, 500 at 16. You can discard this card, normal summon one Earth or Water monster during your main phase, in addition to your normal summon set. Normally this can affect once per turn. If you control an Earth and Water monster while this card's in the grave, special summon this card banishment leaves the field. Use this effect of hidden gem of the Seafront once per turn. So, he basically allows you to pitch pitch itself to a normal summon another name, which is very helpful, especially with all the normal summon effects that you want off of these guys. And the last Adamancipator you run is Adamancipator Crystal, Dragite. The other ones are inherently okay, but don't necessarily tie into the Magnet Warriors all that well. It's a level 4 water rock effect monster with 0, 22. This card is special summoned by the effect of an Adamancipator card. Draw 1 card. This card in the graveyard, you're going to target one Synchro monster you control, or in the grave, return to the extra deck, and if you do, place this card on top of the deck. You use each effect of Adamancipator Crystal Dragite once per turn. So if you hit it and summon it, it's a guaranteed to draw. And while in grave, if you want to put back any water Synchro, you basically get a free summon off of an Adamancipator monster. For hand traps, you have to play a lot of engine or searchability in this deck, so you don't run a whole lot of hand traps. In this case, we're only running 6. We're running 3 Ash, which is a level 3 zombie tuner, Fire 0-18, and if you your opponent adds a card from deck to hand, sends a card from deck to grave, or summons a card from deck, you can just discard this card and negate that. And then we have 3 Imperm. I'll go over those when we get there. We're going to go ahead and move on to the spells. We're going to go ahead over the one spell card they have is Magnet Induction. It is a 3 of. If you control a Magnet Warrior monster's original level is 4 or lower, especially when level 4 or lower Magnet Warrior monster from your deck with a different name than the cards you control. Also, for the rest of the turn after this card resolves, Magnet Warrior and Magna Warrior monsters you control cannot be destroyed by battle. Your opponent's card effects. You only activate 1 Magnet Induction per turn. So it allows you to summon another name from deck, and then your Magnet and Magna, which are your 2 big guys, cannot be destroyed by battle or card effect until the end of the turn. So which is very helpful, allowing you to get your Magnet Warriors out of the deck and into rotation. Then we run 2 of the field spell, which is Magnet Field. It looks really, really cool, personally. It's only 2. It's not inherently super helpful, but when you have it, it makes things a lot easier. If you control a level 4 lower Earth Rock monster, you can target 1 level 4 lower Magnet Warrior monster in the grave. Summon it, and you can only use the effective Magnet Field once per turn. Once per turn, at the end of the damage step, when an Earth Rock monster you control battled an opponent's monster, the opponent's monster was not destroyed by battle, you can return that opponent's monster to the hand. So, the only thing that Magnet Field does is you control any other Earth Rock monster that's level 4 or lower, you can just summon another Magnet Warrior back. That's all it really does. It just gets you a summon back from grave. So it's not inherently bad, but not inherently really good. And then the next spell we have is Adamancipator Signs. It's a normal spell. It's a 3 of for very good reason. You can target 1 rock monster in the grave, special summon it in defense position. And if you special summon an Adamancipator monster by this effect, you can take 1 level 4 or lower rock monster from your deck and place it on the top of the deck. So this basically allows you to stack the deck of whatever rock monster you want to trigger the effect of Adamancipator to summon it, which is really good. And then lastly for the spells, we have 1 Terraforming, mainly just to search for the Magnet Field if you happen to see it. And then we have 3 Infinite Impermanence. It is a regular normal trap. It is effect negation. If you target a card your opponent controls, negate the card. And if this card is set when activated, the spell and trap zone that is in the same column as it is also turned off for the rest of the turn. So that is it for the main deck. It's a little bit of a slower overall deck, but it can also put up some pretty good boards, especially against some meta contenders in this format right now. Let's go ahead and get into the extra deck. So, we're going to start off with the Synchros. We have 1 Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. It's a level 8 Dragon Synchro. It's 3k 25, requires 1 tuner and non-tuner Synchro monsters. So you basically have to use 2 Synchros to make him, which is inherently hard. Requires a tuner and a non-tuner Synchro. So most of your Synchro monsters you summon are inherently easy to make, and then you can just Synchro into Crystal Wing. Once per turn, when another monster effect is activated, a quick effect, you can negate the activation, and if you do, destroy that monster. And if you do that, this card gains attack equal to the destroyed monster's original attack until the end of this turn. This card battles opponent's level 5 or higher monster during the damage calculation. This card gains attack equal to the current attack of the monster it battles during the damage calculation. So, it is an Omni-negate, and if it does negate that monster... it's a monster effect negate, my bad. You can destroy that monster, and then you gain the attack of the original monster. And then when you tag a 5 level higher monster, you gain the attack of that monster for damage calc. So basically allows you to get over big towers that have levels. So any Ixie based towers monsters, so like Alti Falcon or Rising Rebellion, Crystal Wing can't inherently help you get over because they don't technically have a level. Then we have one Adamancipator Risen Dragite is a level 8 Synchro water rock. Synchro effect with 3k22, 1 tuner and non-tuner monsters. During your main phase, you can activate the top 5 cards of your deck, and if you do, you can return cards your opponent controls to the hand up to the number of activated rock monsters. Also place the activated cards bottom of the you can also place the activated cards on the bottom of the deck in any order. Opponent activates a spell, trap, or effect while a water monster is in your grave. Quick effect, you can negate the activation, and if you do, destroy it. So, that's the main reason why you're running these 3 here, is because without these 3 in grave, Dragite basically doesn't do anything. He has to have a water in grave for these to do anything. It just sucks, but it's not that bad. Because you can add these guys by a few different methods, or see them by your Adamancipator monsters. And we have one Coral Dragon. He is a level 6 Water Dragon Synchro Tuner. He is, once per turn, you can discard 1 card, then target 1 card your opponent controls, destroy it. This card is this Synchro Summon card is sent on the field of the graveyard, draw 1 card. You only use each effect of Coral Dragon once per turn. So Coral Dragon is basically just an easy way to synchro into your other cards and pop a card, because Coral Dragon and Hidden Gem is any 8, so you can make Crystal Wing and it has to be Dragite, but then Dragite's effect is live because he's a level 6, so very helpful in that. There's not another 2s in the deck, so he's not inherently the best card to make, but since you run some 4s, he's not inherently bad. Then we have 2 Adamancipator Risen Raptite, level 6 Wind Rock Synchro, 22-28. 1 tuner plus non-tuner. During your main phase, you can activate the top 5 cards of the deck. And if you do, there's someone with an activated rock monster in the defense position. Also place that on the rest of the bottom of the deck. During your opponent's turn of wind monsters in the graveyard quick effect, you can target 1 card your opponent controls and banish it. That second effect's never going to come up because you don't really run any wind monsters with this one. If you're playing Adamancipator, you might happen to have some wind monsters in grave, since you might be running the actual little Raptite Crystal, the wind one, but I am not right now. So that's overall anything. It's just more ways to get more rocks on field. And we have one Naturia Beast, which is surprisingly a very powerful card, especially nowadays when everything's spell reliant. It's a level 5 Earth Beast Synchro, 22-17. 1 Earth Tuner plus non-tuner Earth monsters. So basically everything except the Dragite and then the Sea Crystal, I think that's his name, whatever the heck this guy is. The Hidden Gem, there we go. Would work because he requires only Earth monsters. But then whenever a spell is activated, quick effect, you can send the top 2 cards of your deck to the grave and negate the activation if you destroy it. So basically, anytime a spell is activated, just mill 2, pop, mill 2, pop. Sorry, negate and then pop. So overall, really, really good card. We're going to go ahead and move on to the Ixies. We have, I think there's 4 of them? Yeah, 4. We have 1 Divine Arsenal double a ZEUS Sky Thunder. He's a rank 12 Light Machine Ixie. Once per turn, if Ixie monster battles this turn, you can also Ixie summon Divine Arsenal double a ZEUS Sky Thunder by using 1 Ixie monster you control. As material, transfer the material. Quick effect, you can banish a little sleepy there. You can detach 2 materials from this card and send all other cards on the field to the grave. Once per turn, if another card that you control is destroyed by battle or card effect, opponent's card effect, you attach 1 card from your hand, extra deck, or deck to this card's material. So it is basically a board wipe for detaching 2 materials. So inherently it's good because you can just overlay it on any Ixie that attacked. So You use Gallant Granite to get its search effect, and then you just overlay on top of Gallant Granite to get a board wipe, which is inherently good. Speaking of Gallant Granite, it's level 4, rank 4 Rock Earth Ixie, 2318. Allows you to detach one material from this card, activate one of the following effects. Add a rock from deck to hand, or summon a rock from your hand into face-on defense position. Use each effect of Gallant Granite once per turn. So this is mainly to search any of your rock monsters. So, say you have a way to get Epsilon and Delta on the field, you can easily overlay these two, make Gallant Granite, and then go ahead and grab Researcher just to summon, because you control rock monster, and Gallant Granite is a rock monster. So it's very helpful in that sense. Another rank 4 we have is Evilswarm Exction Knight. It's a light rank 4 Fiend Ixie, 19 and 0. This card used to be on the ban list because it was really good. That's why we're running it right now. So we run a few rank 4 level 4s. We run what, 1, 2, 3? Yeah, we run about 4 of them. So it's not inherently hard to make it. Once per chain during your main phase, your opponent's battle phase, if your opponent has more total cards in their hand than on the field, quick effect, you can detach one material from this card or destroy all their cards on the field. Also, your opponent takes no further damage this turn. So basically, anytime your opponent summons a card, you can basically just go hop, boom. Because if your opponent has more total cards in hand than on the field. So they normal summon a card, you blow it up. And it's once per chain too, so you can chain it to itself technically. And we have one Gorgonic Guardian, a level 3 Rock Dark Ixie, 1612. 2 level 3 rock monsters. Once per turn, during either player's turn, you can detach one Ixie material from this card. Target one face-up monster your opponent controls. Its attack becomes 0, and if it does, its effects are negated. These effects last until the end of this turn. Also, you can also target one monster on the field with 0 attack, destroy it. So, this allows you to, it's basically just target negation, but also dropping the monster's stats to 0. Then you can target a 0 monster, attack the monster on the field, blow it up. So it basically allows you to negate and destroy the same monster if you're so inclined, which is very helpful. And then we're going to go ahead and move on to the links. We have one Access Code Talker, a link for Dark Cybers, 23 attack. Requires 2+ effect monsters. Your opponent cannot activate cards or effects in response to this card's activation. This card is Link Summon. You can target one Link monster that was used as Link material for its Link Summon. This card gains attack equal to that monster's Link rating times 1000. Banish one Link monster from your field or grave. Destroy one card on your opponent controls. You use also there's the turn. Cannot banish monster with the same attribute is activated for attribute to activate this effective access code. So, on summon, you can target any of your, you banish any of your Link monsters that was used for its mid summon, and then you can banish them. Sorry, banish different attributes, right? Yeah, banish a Link monster. So any Link monster, and you can blow up per attribute. So if you say you have one of every attribute, you can blow up 6 cards. And we have one Appaloosa Bow of the Goddess, Link 4, Wind Fairy Link attack question mark. Reason it's a question mark is because it gains its own attack, which is really interesting. Materials are 2+ monsters with different names except tokens. You can only use one. You can control one Appaloosa Bow of the Goddess. Original attack of this card becomes 800 times the number of Link materials used for its Link summon. Excuse me. Once per chain, your opponent activates a monster effect. Quick effect, you can make this card lose exactly 800 attack if you do negate the activation. So, this is a really easy monster to make that has like multiple monster effect negations on it, especially when you your main board is very spammable of monster effects using the Adamancipator monsters. So it's not inherently hard to make Appaloosa, which is very kind of hard to play against, especially if your deck you're playing against is very combo heavy. Then we have one Nightmare Unicorn, a Link 3 Fiend Dark Link 22. 2+ monsters with different names. If this card is Link summoned, you can discard one card and target one card in the field, shuffle into the deck. If it was co-linked when this card is activated, draw one card. It basically allows you to target a card and spin it back if it's Link summoned. You have one, a Nightmare Phoenix, which is a Link 2 Fire Fiend Link 1900. 2 monsters with different names. If this card is Link summoned, you can discard one card and target one spell/trap your opponent controls. destroy it, and if this card was code linked, when this card was activated, you can draw 1 card. You can use each effect of Nightmare Phoenix once per turn. So, Nightmare Phoenix is the pop spells and traps. Unicorns to spin stuff back, which is inherently good. All the Nightmare Link monsters are inherently really good. Even so good, some of them are banned, like Nightmare Mermaid and Goblin are banned because they're really good. And the last one we have is IP Masquerena. It's a link to Dark Cybers. It's 800, 2 non-link monsters. During your opponent's main phase, quick effect, you can immediately, after switching resolves, link summon 1 link monster using materials you control, including this card. Use each effect of IP Masquerena once per turn. A link monster that uses this card as material cannot be destroyed by opponent's card effects. So this is mainly meant to go into your Unicorn or Phoenix on your opponent's turn to basically, at quick effects, at like summon speed or whatever you want to call it, to pop or spin back a card, because this is a quick effect and it happens on resolution on their summon. So basically, if your opponent summons a card, you can chain IP to it, you link into whatever you need, and then their effect will resolve, and then you can get rid of it if you needed to. I do believe that is it for the deck list. I'm inherently gonna... I might do some test hands for this deck. I'm not 100% sure yet, because the deck doesn't necessarily have combos for the fact that it's an Adamancipator list, and Adamancipators are hard to really do combos for, because they're random chance. Same thing with like Sylvan, Tier Elements. They mill cards for their effects, so I'm probably just going to do a video about a bunch of test hands going through some stuff. Probably do about like 8, 9, 10, or just go over some inherent effects. I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do, but I'll get there when I get there. And until next time, this has been the Cardman's Cards. This has been Magnet Warrior / Adamancipator. Till next time, keep collect. Oh God. Let's try this again. I do believe that is all. Until next time, this has been the Cardman's Cards. I'm the Cardman. This has been Magnet Warrior Adamancipator. Till next time, like, comment, subscribe. Keep collecting. Bye.